Hey guys, this is Zach.
Hey, it's Kevin.
Nick.
So we had to do a different setup today, and the main reason is Nick's soundboard.
My rodecaster is broken.
Yeah.
So I have to send that into Rode and get that fixed. Might be a week or two, so we might have to do this setup for like a week or two, but we shall be back in order very soon.
I mean, you get to see Kevin's beautiful face no matter what, so we're good. It's a win-win, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know about that, Chief.
All right,
Before we get started, let's just say I am heartbroken.
Yeah,
That's all.
Nick is flabbergasted. He almost cried last night.
Okay.
I
Anyways,
think you did a little bit.
Yeah.
start from the top, Kevin.
All right, so the episode starts at Satellite Camp, and it starts with Adam. Adam gets a lot of screen time this episode, but it starts with him saying that the old school alliance of Rob, Parvati, and Ethan, despite losing Danny, they're still like in control of the tribe, but he doesn't really like that. He wants to flip that. So he's discussing that with Denise and Ben and Michelle.
Jeremy a little.
To try to see what they can do to flip it. And he's trying to target Parvati. But
Or as Ben says.
Ben just really wants Rob out. He says that Rob's too alpha male and he wants to be the alpha male. So he wants Rob out. But the rest of them kind of seem on board to break up the alliance in whatever way possible. So
I mean, to begin this, I like the idea. They talked about it last week, and everyone knows who the Godfather is, and it feels like they can't play their games until Poverty and Boston Rob are voted out. It feels like they're too scared to, and it's getting to the point where everyone's like, we need to do something before it's too late.
right, where last week it kind of sounded like they were too scared to do anything.
Yeah.
That's why they got rid of Danny.
There's
It
easy vote.
sounds like they want to
Shake up the
actually
game.
pull the trigger this time and do it. But then Adam talks to Ethan about it, which seems like a strange decision at the time and even in hindsight. So
I don't know. So Adam's trying to play the middle ground game, which can be very successful, but from what I
With
noticed,
these players and these winners, it's not.
But from what I've noticed, the
Yeah.
middle ground game never really works super well. I know Spencer played the middle game for a little bit on second chance, but he didn't win the game.
Yeah, but Tony played the middle game, and look at that.
Tony didn't really
First
play.
time? Yeah, he did.
No, he was stuck
Tony
with his,
Tony
yeah.
flopped back and forth
Yeah.
a million times.
Well, he flopped back and
Tony
forth,
did it
yeah.
successfully, but there are not.
They're not
I don't
players
think
like
you
that.
can even name another one that actually succeeded in doing
Yeah,
that.
like what's her name from one of the first seasons. I'm the flip vote. The one girl, and both tribes were just like, it was Amazon, and both tribes were like, let's just get rid of her. We're sick of her.
Yeah, I
and
remember
they just
that.
booted her, and Adam's lucky that wasn't him because that could have been.
Yeah. But not a whole lot too crazy about the blue camp, other than Adam talking to Ethan about it.
Which is kind of weird.
I
But
don't know.
he's trying to build him.
He's trying to build the trust with Ethan because he feels like if they do vote out Parvati or well, if he wants to vote Parvati out. So if they do vote out Parvati, he wants Ethan and Rob on his
Does
team.
he know? Did he do the obviously he didn't do the research the way Yule did research because he would have known that Parvati was in Ethan's wedding. Like, they're
Ethan
that
was in
close.
Parvati's, right?
No.
I think, no, Parvati was in Ethan's.
Never.
Or
That-
Ethan. Anyways, one of them
One
was
of
in
those-
the other
yeah,
wedding.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's a. I think it was Parvati. Ethan was in Parvati's wedding because Ethan was already married way before Parvati even played the like. They
I
got
thought
to know each
Parvati
other.
was in Ethan's wedding. Anyways, doesn't matter,
Yeah.
but they're very close.
Yeah,
So he's not going to turn against her because he actually trusts her to death outside the game.
obviously. But maybe Adam didn't know that, and when it's a game of $2 million, some people might be willing to cut their friends loose on Survivor for $2 million.
I mean, it's true. Boston Rob did that with Lex.
That's what they
So-
talked about that at a tribal council,
Yeah.
the first tribal council. So
Yeah.
or the second one.
Yeah.
But then it cuts to DeCall's camp, the red red camp, and Sandra announces her retirement, which was interesting. See if that holds up.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she said she's not playing again after this season,
I
which
mean-
is it's her 5th time out, 4th time playing.
I mean, she's getting older. I get that it's starting to get rough around the body.
She's
I
already
get all
won
that. She already won
She's
twice.
already won $2 million.
And in her mind, what tops this? I think she'll come back if it's a blood versus water, and she could bring like one of her children out.
Because
or
she made it to final casting with her daughter in Blood vs. Water, and for some reason they didn't cast them. I'm not going to dive into that or go on the Survivor Reddit and do these conspiracy theories, but
I'm choosing other people.
Maybe.
but so I'm sure she would play again if her daughter was, but if it's not, I don't.
Yeah, if it's just her, she would probably be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she announced her retirement, and then it moves on to, I believe,
It
Tyson.
cuts
Wait,
to
one
Tyson
sec.
next, yeah.
Before we go to that, do you think they added her announcing her retirement because she's gonna make it pretty far and do something really cool? You think?
No, it's just Sandra.
Or they
Why
just
not
said
add it?
she's retiring, so why not?
They don't have a whole lot to talk about in the red camp.
Yeah.
Besides one
Yeah,
person.
but it goes to Tyson, and Tyson still feels the target on his back, and it is.
Yeah.
It's only been a week there.
Sadly.
He hasn't really gotten it off his back yet.
It's
So
hard to.
the best way to get it off your back is to put it on someone else's. So he's targeting Sandra. And he talks to Yule about it. Yule talks to Sandra about it. Sandra doesn't like it. So I don't know if we'll ever actually see how that goes. But
Because they keep winning.
because they keep winning,
Which is great for Tyson.
great for me
Yeah, all you people on
in my
that
fantasy
yeah.
team. But
Not for us.
yeah.
No. Great for your fantasy. It's been so far, even though it's been blue, a lot of my team's on blue, it's still been okay. Besides
Yeah.
my captain. I've been pretty safe. Even though every
Yeah, but
week,
she's
they're
doing
going after
pretty
one of my
well.
guys.
She's doing really well on Edge,
yeah.
though.
Yeah. But
Um,
then it seems like it might be like a Tyson versus Sandra kind of thing at Red
So-
Camp.
So that was pretty interesting, but something they did again this week, they showed people goofing around and having a good time.
Again, they can't really strategize
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
DeCall right now, so that's what they're going to show. 'Cause that's all they have
I
to
loved
show.
with freaking Tony.
Go
grab-
back, so we're going to get to that.
Well,
I thought it was around the same thing.
It starts with Sandra putting up their net like a volleyball net. She says there's a lot of fish there. They're
Yeah.
going to catch something. They do catch a shark, but they have
She's
to
walking down like the old mom, like, I
Yeah.
told ya,
Yeah, yeah,
I told ya.
but then they have to get the shark out of the water, and
Oh
Tony
my God.
grabs the tail. and just-
Instinctively.
yeah, and he, I guess he's super scared of sharks, so
Yeah.
then he freaks out and just starts panicking,
Running. He just starts
waving
running.
the fish around everywhere. Doesn't know what to do with it.
Yule backs away and he's like, you're
good-
on your own.
Good on Tony for not just dropping it as soon
Yeah.
as he grabbed it and letting it swim away in the water. So that's good, I guess.
And then it goes to the cutscene of everybody going, ah!
Nick finally gets a confessional.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's pretty
Yeah.
great though. But
Yeah.
that was hilarious. I love these moments. And yes, they can show these moments on Red because they keep winning. But that's, again, I love that in Survivor. I love the strategy. I love all that. But I love getting to know people. Yes, we already
And you
know
see
who they are.
see the differences, at least
Yeah.
in what they're showing of the edits. We'll get to it later with the Blue Tribe, where there's a lot of like smiling and
Yeah.
laughing going on at Red Tribe, and Blue Tribe literally sitting in silence for 45
Yeah.
minutes. But
We'll get to that later.
yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that they're letting at least Tony's personality shine a little bit more.
Because when
I'm
he
never
came
gonna
for Game
complain about it.
Changers, he went out too quick. His personality just showed him that he was like too crazy. Now it's showing him like a fun-loving man. Like,
Yeah.
yes, he's still freaking psycho, but it's
Yeah.
like the TV we liked from Tony. Like, like Game Changers wasn't the Tony we liked from Kagiyan. This is the Tony
Well,
we
he was
like.
trying to be
And
something.
it's nice too because you get, like Yule, Sophie.
Yeah.
They're so strategic, and like Wendell's like a soft-spoken kind of guy, like doesn't talk too much. Even Nick isn't talking too much, even if they would show him having a confessional. But then Tony's so over the top, it balances like everything out. Like it's
And I don't think, like you said, Game Changers, he was trying to put up the persona of Tony. I think he's generally just being himself now. I genuinely believe that.
yeah, just having a good time.
Yep, and little psycho crazy Tony.
Yeah.
And then Sandra's in the back the whole time. I told you, waddling back
Just
down.
being the queen.
Yeah.
yeah.
Queen stays queen.
Shh, don't call me that. Don't call me that.
Yeah.
Okay, queen.
All right. Well, after this, it goes to the edge of extinction, where Danny goes and she catches a little fish, learns something new. It's never been spearfishing before.
Yeah.
It's caught a little one. So that's good for her.
And she's learning things, and she's still adapting and showing at the lowest lows you still can achieve things, which is great.
Yeah.
Just for
It's
just
kind of
for
like the
anyone.
point of Edge of Extinction,
Yeah.
where they're still like they're not in the game, but they're still like kind of in the game.
Yeah.
But it's still like they just got voted out, and it's different than like Redemption Island, where they know they have a challenge coming up. They know that the person next to them is going to be playing directly against them.
Yeah.
Where they're all just out there living.
They don't have an Aussie pleasure house.
Well, and it's an indefinite like amount of time there. They don't know
Yeah.
when they're going to be able to come back into the game.
What if they don't even do a pre-merge comeback?
What if it's just one at the end
Yeah.
where you have 15 people
Yeah.
fighting for that? I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, but because it's just they're there and they're just living. Every once in a while, the monotony is broken up with a little bit of a challenge or something to a puzzle to find. But mostly they're just out there like trying to catch small fish and trying to live on an island with no food or anything.
No, I don't really care for Edge of Extinction stuff. I think it's just alright. I'd rather watch Camp Life and stuff. But I mean, I like these players, so I get it. I don't think it's horrible.
I'm much more interested in Edge of Extinction.
Yeah.
With Natalie and Amber and Danny and
now, now somebody else.
Further votes.
Everyone's just watching this now.
But I'm more interested. I'm more interested in them now that I am more interested in the personalities that are out there.
Because you already know the personalities.
Like Reem was great. She did a great job at Edge, but
she'll be back probably.
A lot of the other players over there didn't necessarily care about too much.
Recruits. Yeah, who don't care about the show. Just saying.
Sure, whatever. Anyway, then it goes to their little puzzle. They're given some tree mail, and in the tree mail there's a little note that just has a picture of a tree on it, a white tree.
Yeah.
And they had gone exploring in the island. They knew where the tree was, so they went straight there. And there's a chest with like the numbers. Spinny number thing that Survivor always does.
And they had to figure it out.
They had to figure out what it was.
So Amber thought she had
Amber
it out.
books it out immediately. She's like, I'm not going to help them try to figure it out from their memory. I'm going to go look at the crates because she saw numbers on the crates.
Yeah.
She grabs the numbers. They don't end up working out. And so her and Danny are up there guessing. And then Natalie's just a genius.
Yeah.
So like it's right in front of us. It says, we've given you everything.
You were given everything, so she knows it's something that they were given.
Mm-hmm.
Then she breaks other things, so only she knows it.
So she finds the little beads that they were given, little seashell things, and it's got, 2 seashells, then a gap, then 3, So she knows what the numbers are. So she takes hers and breaks
one.
Amber and
Danny's. Breaks one of theirs and throws the other one away.
Yeah. So they can't figure it out at this point, and she's the only one that can figure it out. And then she goes up, she figures it out. And what's inside is it's like a lot of things. So it's a steal a vote that she can try to sell to someone for a fire token, but that steal a vote, it's a clue to a steal a vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she sells the clue to a steal a vote, and then that person has to then use the clue to get the steal a vote.
And she sells it to Officer Sarah.
And so you have to go to the other tribe. That's where the other vote is.
Yep.
And take it out of
So
their,
Sarah gets
torch.
her little sale proposal.
Yep.
And then, so she buys the clue.
It's crazy. She said she wasn't going to, but since it's Winners at War, she's like, I will because it's an all-winner season. I have to go in. I can't.
She has to get something. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't not have an advantage because everyone's
going
like,
to get them.
Yeah. So, and it was I think it was a good move to try to sell it to Sarah. One, because she has done it before.
Yeah.
And successfully played it.
Successfully played a steal a vote before, as well as like Natalie. Like she knows Jeremy has another fire token,
but
if she gives all the advantages to Jeremy,
what if a really good one pops up?
And then, and
if she gets back in the game,
he gets
maybe
blindsided, and all of the advantages that she worked so hard to get are all with Jeremy. He gets blindsided, all the advantages are gone. Yeah. It's good to spread them out, as well as
that could build
curry
trust.
a little bit more favor with Sarah in this instance.
She makes it to the merge. She gets back in the game, and she goes, "Yo, Sarah, I gave you.
Do you like that steal a vote?
Yeah.
So
also
plus
gives her power.
It gives her that information too, so she knows.
And information is key in Survivor.
Right now, she has all the information.
Yeah,
she knows all of it.
She knows where
everything is.
Sandra's idol.
Sandra's idol. She knows where
Cops R Us.
Yeah. She knows all of it, which is great.
She is. I think if she gets back in the game, so far what we're seeing, she has the best connections. Obviously.
Okay, so then it gets to Sarah gonna go to the other tribe, and she decides to team up with Tony for Cops R Us.
They become Spies R Us.
Spies R Us. And I said it, and then I saw it on Twitter. Tony ended up doing Ash Wednesday for everyone.
Yeah. So he puts a little ash on her forehead to try to camouflage her, I guess. But then Sarah says it's pitch black and can't see anything anyway, so there's really no
I think
point.
this was awesome. This showed their relationship. They had a secret handshake you saw.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Tony just freaking out. He thinks it's like the coolest thing. He's like a little kid on Christmas. He's like, oh, I get to be part of this.
Is it bad? I really wish somehow Tony got to go with her.
And just started making llama sounds around the camp.
That would have been pretty
And I was like, what? Or he throws a rock somewhere and he goes, and just like runs somewhere.
Or Tony like throws something, looks at it, and Tony just does llama and runs away. He's like, oh, you can't catch me. I'm looking for an idol. So then the whole tribe, what the is Tony doing here? And he start running after Tony, and Sarah just goes up. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I think obviously bringing Tony probably would have been a bad idea, realistically, but it would have been kind of funny. It just involving him. See, Sarah's smart too. Involving Tony is going to build their Cops RS trust even stronger. Because now Tony knows about the advantage.
They seem to already be really close.
Yeah.
Even if they're not, because they're not trying to talk too much at camp. Just
why would they be
low-key.
showing an edit like this if they weren't actually close?
Yeah.
I think something's going to happen with those two because both of them don't want to betray each other. I think they're going to be working together for the long haul.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
it seems a lot like this season is becoming a lot of pairs,
Yeah.
series of pairs. Sarah, Tony, Yule, Sophie,
Yep.
Jeremy, Michelle.
So
Boston
Adam
Rob,
Denise.
Parvati.
But Adam kind of screws that up, so we'll get to it.
yeah.
Okay. But that was awesome.
But she actually does succeed. She pulls the steal a vote advantage out of one of the torches at the
Ben
other
is
tribe.
staring at her because he hears something. He lifts his eyes, and you literally see him looking like, yeah, Ben, I see Ben looking at me, but Ben can't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben could not see her, and he's just sitting there thinking, what the is going on with our tiki torches? Because I'm pretty sure he looked around, saw everybody.
Yeah, she said she was making a bunch of noise, clanging them around, breaking twigs and stuff.
What I would have done is I would have grabbed all the tiki torches and then ran off to the beach real quick, found the thing, and just left the torches there, and then ran.
And then, like, in the morning,
They wake up in the next morning and see all the torches just on the ground.
and they're like, what the?
That would have been really funny, because if you would have took all the torches and just ran to the beach, no one would have followed.
I mean, I don't think
You could
you
do
can
that.
grab... Well, they have less torches than the red tribe, but...
Yeah. You could have grabbed them all and just...
What if she
don't
just
know.
grabbed, like, two, walked away, two, and just took them all, and
That would've been-
then spread them around the camp, too, and just, like, left,
Just
and then...
pranked them.
Then they're just like all yelling at each other. Why is my torch over here? Jeremy just rolls his eyes. Really, Ben?
No, what she should have done is she should have grabbed all of the torches and set them all up, like, up and down, and then put Rob's on the ground. And then left. That would have been funny.
And Rob wakes up in the
would've freaked
morning.
out.
Dude, what if she
Yeah.
left a note and said, vote Rob out, other tribe?
No, that's too much. You gotta be subtle.
What if she hid Rob's torch? I'll put it on the ground, just hid it.
You can't snuff his torch if you can't find it.
Boss Rob, I'm safe today.
I'm not going to tribal council, Jeff. Why? My torch went missing. You just see Sarah smirk.
Let's keep going. So she gets successful.
It was
she comes
successful.
back. It's really funny.
It was fun to watch. I don't know if I liked it more than the Vince one from last season or whatever, but it was fun.
Vince was pretty funny too.
Yeah, they were both fun.
How he got how to get the fire. So he just
Army.
I think Vince was. I
Yeah.
think Vince's was better because of the new season. He didn't know what to expect,
It was
and he
the
had to
first
get
time, yeah.
ashes.
But I would like to see this
from the fire because they were all. You saw they were
Yeah.
all around. There's no way she could have gotten that.
No, and the reason why Sarah's I still liked it a lot is because she involved Tony, and they're doing Ash on Ash Wednesday, which is prime.
Keep going.
Excuse
All right.
me.
So it goes to the challenge,
Yeah.
and as another big surprise, Sandra sits out of the challenge because
Shocked.
Red Tribe was up.
She's retiring. I thought she'd want to do everything.
Yeah,
I'm
of
surprised
course.
Parvati didn't say something again. Like, oh, she does not like Sandra that much in the game because she believes she should have beat her in Heroes. and
Yeah,
Villains.
I guess. I mean, she does believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But so the challenge is actually going pretty good.
It starts with the ninja warrior thing where they have to jump back and forth, and
Few people
obviously
fall off.
like in the front of each tribe, Jeremy and Wendell just like destroy it, get across
and
easy.
Yule does pretty good.
No,
No, you fell.
Yule fell.
Not you.
But
Boston and Rob didn't
Yule
fall. I was
fell.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yule
The
fell.
thing that's crazy was
Because
that
they
half
stopped.
of them they fall into the middle, and instead of like just going to the outside,
They
just
ran in the
immediately
middle.
turn around and just start running to the middle while their tribe's trying to jump back and forth.
Made
Like I
more
saw
people
Adam do
fall.
that. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Real quick.
Adam and Yule tried to do it too. It was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh. So they get
But
through
they
that.
get through that. Red tribe builds a big lead. Michelle ends up being the last on the blue tribe to go through, and then they dig out a real ladder for Tony this time instead of his made up ladder.
And he just flies up that
he
thing.
went up that thing so fast. Yeah, he had all the practice from earlier, so that was good. But Red Tribe's just building a bigger and bigger lead.
And then they get to the ball.
They get to the ball throwing, and you knew Wendell was going to do it, but we thought Jeremy would have done it for Blue. We thought Jeremy, and then our second thought was maybe Ben, but Rob does it. Rob likes to be in the spotlight.
And he choked.
On these challenges. He did not do a very good job. So Ben stepped in for him, and his first throw was hilarious. But
oh my gosh,
he just,
it was
missed that one. But so Wendell does a really good job, gets it real early, so
and when he's throwing it,
even bigger lead.
Wendell gets it, so Boston Rob's still throwing it while Wendell gets it, so they're going up there.
Yeah, they're climbing up. They're almost all up there by the time they switch.
By the time they start the puzzle is when Ben finally tosses it on.
Right.
So they have a fairly big lead.
And then the Blue Tribe's climbing up. Ben and Jeremy form a human ladder at that last portion, which helps them catch up a little bit. And at the puzzle, it's Sophie and Sarah versus Rob and Michelle. And Sophie and Sarah have only gotten 3 or 4 pieces by the time Rob and Michelle start. And then they start to make a comeback. It gets really, really, really
and
close.
It looks like Rob has stepped up because from the edit and what we saw, it looked like Rob was putting all the pieces and Michelle was just kind of just chilling. Looks like she wasn't doing that good. Personally, I thought Denise would have been better than Michelle.
Well, Michelle's good in these situations, though. I mean,
no,
she won
bad.
her 3 immunities, and
she's not bad at all. Like, I'm not trying to. All these players are amazing. Obviously,
yeah,
they're here at Winners at War. But Boston Robert looked like he was the one doing all the catching up for this one because he's good at puzzles. He was catching up, doing everything. Yeah. But I think we don't give enough credit to Sophie. They end up pulling through at the last second as Boston Rob and Michelle looking for the last spot. They clink it together, Officer Sarah and Sophie. So they win.
Because Sarah almost blew it by knocking the last 2 pieces off. They also... It seemed as if the Red Tribe was getting a lot more help from the other people. Like, you saw Wendell standing, like, sort of off to the side, and he's staring everything down, calling out, like, this piece goes there, like...
He's an architect.
He was like, move it 4 inches to the right, push it in. And he was like, it works. Like, I thought it was good to show that.
And you don't want people to just clink it in. You have to move it in like a puzzle. You have to put it in like this. You can't just slide it in.
Yeah. So there was a lot of help from Wendell and probably the rest of the tribe too, but it showed Wendell doing a pretty good job with it. And so DeCall gets the win. Real close, though.
Sophie's
real fun to watch.
Second one that she won. Second puzzle that she's won.
Says she's beat Robin specifically.
Twice. She's specifically...
First one was Sophie and Sandra versus Rob and Denise, and now Sophie and Sarah beat Rob and Michelle.
Yep. And Rob did well. He came back. He did a good job. You can't,
Yeah, they did a good job.
Bash him on that one.
The tree puzzle is a pretty common, as far as relative Survivor puzzle. They've done it more than once, so. They did a good job, but DeCall ends up getting the win. So Sele again is going to tribal. Denise is fully cursed at this point. I think we can say she did pull out. Well, no, she didn't pull out one immunity win. Jeremy overpowered her curse to win the ring toss for their one immunity, and Denise just can't win anything.
And she's just...
Which is crazy, because, she's smart, she's in shape. She's not, bringing her tribe down,
No, not at all. She's got bad luck.
Straight up cursed, yeah.
And she's like... she's probably sitting there in her head what is wrong with me?
Yeah.
I played 2 seasons, and I've only won 1 immunity challenge the whole time. What is going on?
Insane.
Oh my gosh. So get back to camp, and for 40 to 45 minutes...
They sit around in silence, complete silence.
No one even talks.
And...
Man.
I've heard it's not totally uncommon for that to happen after an immunity loss, but that seems more than normal.
And I believe so, because they
with
said...
With this quality of player, no one...
They knew.
It's not that no one wants to make the first move, it's that they're all game planning. They all are trying to figure out what they want to do before they do it. They don't want to make any rash decisions or anything like that. They don't want to run off and say something...
Dumb.
So
which other people have already done.
Right. They don't want to pull a Ben and just start
bombing everything.
Yeah. So they're all sitting around doing nothing for a while, and then finally Jeremy gets up and he says he knows that if he gets up, Ben will follow him. So he gets up, Ben follows him.
Everybody has to do something.
Everything starts then. The hustling starts now. So as they're all talking, they're initially targeting Parvati.
And Ben can't say her name right.
Parvati.
Well, a lot of people can't say her name right.
For some reason, after
Yeah.
so many seasons, it's just call her Parv.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
she's the initial target. It seems
Everyone's
really
down.
strong.
Yeah.
Everyone's down.
That it's gonna.
Yep.
It looks like it's gonna happen. You even have a confessional from Adam
Yeah.
saying he's very convinced Parvati's going home. So he's trying to work what happens after Parvati goes home. We've already seen him talk to Ethan about it before, so that he can kind of curry some favor with Ethan. But now he goes
does
to
the
Rob.
dumbest mistake.
Now he
ever.
goes to Rob to say, "Hey, we're gonna vote Parvati out." Rob starts the conversation. It seems like there is actual trust between Rob and Adam.
Yeah.
Rob's talking, "How about Ben?" He's like, "No, not gonna do Ben." It was like, "How about Michelle?" No. It's got to be Parvati. So
And Boston Rob kind of sat back. He's like, didn't he say again? Do you really want to go there?
yeah,
Yeah.
Rob said, "Do you really you want to do this?" And then he's like, "Come on, dude, this is what we're gonna do."
And then Boston Rob, he's smart. He's like, am I safe then? If you get rid of Parv, you know she's my number one. Like, am I next? And Adam obviously says all the right stuff. But, I was really high on Adam last week. And I actually started to talk fondly about him. And after this week, it's all gone. He's a trash player again.
Yep.
In my eyes.
Yep. Pretty bad player.
And so,
I can see where his
He's doing all the
logic-
mistakes that he did in Melrose vs. Jedi.
No, I can see where
still
the
won.
logic is coming in because he wants.
He has one
Because
on
he
blindside.
wants to be Rob's number one.
Yeah.
And he thinks that's Parvati. He votes out Parvati, but while doing so, getting more favor with Rob
yeah.
would make him Rob's number one.
But you have
I
to
don't
realize
know.
with Rob, he won't sit around and say, okay, he's going to make stuff happen. He's not going to let his allies go. So Rob,
Yeah, so Rob goes up to Jeremy and Michelle, and
I know what's happening.
he's just like, "I know what's happening," and
No.
Michelle's like. They're kind of looks like they're trying to sort of sway the conversation in a different direction.
And
He's
Rob's
like,
like,
"No,
no.
stop! I know exactly what's happening. You're trying to blindside Parvati." And then Jeremy just gives him a little wink, like, "Parvati's not going home."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, thanks, Jeremy. That's great." So
Yeah.
Rob is like throwing his little like
Hissy fit.
Rob tantrum,
It's-
which
it's
isn't. It's not like
It's not a hissy fit, but it's smart. He has to hustle, and that's how he's always
But
done
it's
it.
he
like-
knows.
Too much with these players, I think. It's just, I think he's going
But he was
too
successful
much.
with it.
Once. Because everyone just didn't want to make a big move just yet because they want shields. Jeremy's all about shields. But I think it was too Godfather. Like, he came at him and, like, was almost attacking them.
Because it wasn't.
They're all winners. They're not
wasn't-
noobs.
It was a move he would make, but it wasn't. It didn't feel calm to me.
No.
It felt more that he
He was panicked.
well, not panicked, but angry about it.
He seemed a little panicked to me.
I don't think he was panicked.
A little panicked.
I think he was angry.
I think it was a lot of he was angry that they would, one, target Parvati and then two, tell him about it.
Yeah.
He thought that was just dumb.
Yeah.
Um,
And then he starts throwing Adam's
as the
name around.
conversation goes, they're saying that Jeremy and Michelle are saying that Parvati's not going to go home.
Yeah.
Rob wants Adam out. Rob's talking to Parvati about it. Parvati thinks it's the stupidest move of
Yeah.
Adam to say that
To say to
tell
boss her
tell
out,
Rob
yeah.
that he's going to vote Parvati
It
out.
makes no sense.
And so it seems kind of that, at least right now, that it's Denise, Ben, and Adam voting Parvati, and Rob, Ethan, Parvati voting Adam, which puts
Jeremy and
Michelle
in the
right in the middle,
yeah.
right where the power is. But you kind of hear, like, right before
Tribal.
it cuts to
yeah.
Tribal, Jeremy's mentioned something about how, well, maybe we could get Ethan,
Yeah.
and that would weaken Rob.
And then they throw a little hint in there, and they move on quickly from it. So you don't
Yeah.
think much of it. Because you
Right.
know everyone throws everyone's name out.
Yeah.
So that's not too different. So
I
thought
didn't even write that down in my notes because I thought,
No way.
that's pretty insignificant.
Yeah.
It seemed like such an aside kind of comment.
Yeah. And they focus so much on... They were trying to divert our attention with all the talk about Parvati and Adam.
Because you want it to... Typically in Survivor, you're seeing two people. It might be this person, it might be this person. So you're going into Tribal thinking, well, it's either going to be Adam or it's going to be Parvati.
Talking about Adam's... how Boston Rob just outplayed Adam big time because of the whole statue. And Adam was playing the game. He's like, I wasn't playing the game. It's facts. No, you were trying to play the game to put a big target on Rob.
Yeah, he's trying to work with Rob, so it doesn't really make sense.
Rob at all these Tribals is just, like, calling them all out. Like,
Yeah.
no, you said something stupid. I'm calling you out
Like
on it.
Ben last week.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's great.
and it made Ben say, "You're okay, fine. We're all hustling." And it's like, Rob's like, "Yeah, idiot."
And when Natalie was taken out, he had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but he had to do something similar. I'm like, what the fudge?
Yeah, Rob's really good in tribal. I mean, he's got a lot of tribals.
New
behind
host
him.
when Post retires.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Parvati has a good shot for that.
So it just seems like it's going to be either Parvati or Adam, and it goes to the votes.
Mm-hmm.
First vote for Parvati, then the next 2 for Adam.
Next 3.
Next 3 for Adam.
Yeah.
Which are Adam's vote for Parvati,
And so I want to
Ethan, Rob, and
I want to
Parvati
make sure
for...
we saw this. Adam, when the first vote for Party came up, he was kind of looking smug. Then with one Adam came, and by the time the third Adam came, it showed Adam look at Boston Rob, and Boston Rob smiling.
Yeah. Adam was for sure that he was going to go home. He thought he had all the cards lined up for Parvati to go home, and then 3 votes for Adam, and he's worried.
Yeah.
But then Denise, Ben, Jeremy, and Michelle pull the fastest of fastest ones.
Vote for
Oh
Ethan.
my gosh!
Break Nick's heart. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I love
4
Ethan.
votes for Ethan.
Gosh, I loved you. I love him. He's such a happy go. Like he was just awesome for the TV screen.
Yep.
He was on our team, but
he was as fun. He was as fun to watch as Tony has been.
Yeah.
So far.
I felt sick, and you could tell him when they said Ethan for the third time. It showed him gathering his things and sitting up straight because he knew he was gone, and you could see the depression.
We knew at the first vote that he was going to go.
Yep.
yeah.
It's sad, but
And you see right when that happened, it showed Boston, it showed Rob's and Parr's face like, great, like they knew too. Right when it
Their
wasn't
faces, as soon as Ethan was dead, both their faces were like, "Are you effing kidding me?" And then at the very end, when he did get up, Jeremy had a little smirk. Like you could tell he wasn't trying to smile, but he still did. You know,
Yeah,
when you're trying not to.
because he just pulled off a huge move,
Yeah.
and then he knows he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy.
And that's payback, kind of, for getting out his number 1.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my notes just say Jeremy's good at Survivor. It was a good move. Him and Michelle orchestrated
Yeah,
it.
I have to say, give Michelle some good
gets
credit,
Yeah.
too.
Michelle gets credit for this too.
You think she's already doing better this time than her when she won?
No, she's doing the same.
I was throwing in a joke because Kev says she's horrible at the game.
No, she just didn't have to play. You just go live on an island for 39 days and get $1 million. That's what Michelle did.
She's playing now.
She didn't have to do anything.
She's playing
and
now.
she won. Yeah. She's making a. She said it in her confessional that she wants to prove that
She deserved it.
Because
A lot of people.
obviously she's heard plenty of things from plenty of people that
Aubrey
she
should have
didn't
won
really-
and not
yeah.
her. And even Aubrey was like, kind of like, yeah, I deserve to win, not her.
Which you only hear that from like Russell
I think
or a few others.
Yeah.
You win your season because you deserve to win your season.
Yeah.
She,
Yep.
Michelle deserved to win.
Even if you think they're a bad player, they won their season. There's
Yeah.
no ifs, ands, or buts. They're
Like,
the best
again,
that season.
I don't like Adam again. He still deserved to win his season because he won.
Yep, we're not there voting. The players get a vote, and that's the whole point about
And there's so
Survivor.
much we don't see. So,
Yeah, we get 15 hours of
yeah.
footage for
39
days.
39
Yeah.
days.
So after that, then Ethan goes out. You can just tell his heart is broken. He walks over, doesn't even hesitate, takes the little
Doesn't say a
token
word.
out. Not even a word. He's pissed. Tosses it in Parvati's thing, and then just
Which is interesting.
because Parvati's his number 1. He even said that earlier.
Well, the thing was that Parvati was the number 1 for Ethan then, but
Yep.
she's Rob's number 1.
Yeah.
Or
But-
no, she
No,
Rob's number 1 was Parvati.
Rob's number 1 is Parvati.
And Ethan's number 1 is Parvati, so-
Parvati was in the middle of that, so she
No.
was playing better than both.
no,
of
no,
them.
no. This is what it was. Rob even said Ethan was my number 1. No, he didn't. Parvati, you guys are right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah,
Parvati
Parvati
was
had
playing.
both them number 1s, and while there were, she was playing great.
But yeah, again, all
So
three of them were
if it
basically
came
together.
to a situation where the 3 of them were in Final Four and Ethan or Rob won it, they were going to take Parvati.
Yep.
Or
to
they'd
the
get, or
finals.
they'd say screw it because they're playing just a good game,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when they would.
I think Ethan would take Parvati, so I think Rob.
But
would cut
it's
Parvati.
just good positioning for
Yeah,
Parvati.
yeah.
It
was
doesn't.
good
Yeah,
positioning.
it's not relevant anymore because Ethan's voted out.
Now Parvati has to cling to. Parv has to cling to Boston and Rob like she did with Russell.
essentially.
I don't think it's as bad though. I think she can do other
No,
work.
I think she doesn't have to cling to anyone. I think she's
It's
a
just
good
next
player,
week
and she
Well,
can play
she's a
throughout
great
the
player.
game.
She's a great player. I'm
Yeah.
just saying she got screwed last time, and it looks like she might get put in the same situation with Rob instead of Russell. Mm-hmm. It might happen.
They have to make it out. They have to make it to the merge first,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. A few more votes.
and it could be possible. Again, the players over there, we're seeing kind of what I was thinking before the season started, where the GOAT players and the legend players aren't getting voted out, and it's
Yeah.
the people in the middle that are getting voted out. Where
Because Ethan's in the middle. He's not a legend, but he's not a GOAT.
yeah, and you don't see, you know, Ben has been a little more vocal, but you're not seeing like Denise get voted out,
Yeah.
but you're not seeing Rob get voted out.
Yeah.
You know, you're seeing the players in the middle.
I know you guys said it when I was going to the bathroom, but gosh, I feel bad for Denise.
Yeah,
She can't win.
can't win anything.
So then, you want to talk about next week? What it looks like?
Next week, again, looks like there's no tribe swap.
Which is great. I like
Great
it.
for Kevin's
Well, I mean, it's
fantasy
great
team.
for your fantasy team because they're going to win again.
Of course. They're too good.
Yeah. They are
There
really
should
good.
be a tribe swap, but it looks like there's not. Breaks my heart.
And then it looks again as if it's going to be,
Close to Adam again.
yeah.
Yeah, it might be Adam or freaking. It's gonna be one of my guys versus someone else, like every week this year.
I heard a theory where the four, Ben, Denise, Jeremy, and Michelle, wanted to vote out one of the old schoolers.
Yeah.
But we're just like, nah, screw you, Adam. We're not going to vote with you. We're just going to vote for Ethan instead. just all right.
Yeah, just because they're
Like, they don't care who it is.
Yeah.
They're just like, I don't want to vote with Adam anymore. So,
Yeah.
Because they're mad at him.
yeah, teach him a lesson for one tribal, and then
Yeah.
maybe he can work with them again afterwards. I don't know.
'Cause
We'll
he was
see how that
completely-
goes
He was
out.
completely blindsided, too.
And I'm sure they don't mind an old schooler going home, no matter who it is.
And 'cause
Old
they know there
school.
was an old school alliance.
The thing is, though, why are the good old schoolers staying around and the not as good ones are gone?
because Shields.
The three
the-
worst old schoolers
So-
are on exile now.
So as far as like the Ethan vote specifically, Rob and Parvati, I think, can be convinced to vote in a different direction, like if need be, where if
Ethan was alive to the core.
if they're
Yeah.
if those two are trying to work with, say, Jeremy,
Yeah.
and they've been working with Jeremy for a while, but then someone from the other tribe after the merge
Yeah.
comes up and tells them, well, we should vote for Jeremy, they could probably be convinced to vote for Jeremy.
Well,
But Ethan, he's like,
he even said that in his episode to Adam. No, I gotta stick with them.
yeah, Ethan is loyal to the core, which is good for him. It's a good character trait.
But it's not good for
But you're
Survivor.
never going to sway Ethan to vote in a different direction.
Like, yes, Rob tried getting Adam out, but Rob straight up told Adams, yeah, I guess we'll go for Pav then. He said what needed to be said.
So-
With Ethan was like, nah, I'm still with Parvati. Boss Rob said, yeah, let's do it. That's the difference between the players.
So even though you're pissing off Rob and Parvati by voting out Ethan,
Yeah.
and there's probably a 90% chance that you're not going to be able to convince them of doing something different, there's a 100% chance you're not going to convince Ethan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're playing small percentages at that point, which could factor later in the game,
We'll find out.
as well as it just being a big move to build the resume of those four players who needed it moving forward.
All right, so hopefully we get the podcast the official regular way. We have the podcast set up soon within the next few weeks. I got to send stuff into road either tonight or tomorrow afternoon, most likely tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully they can get it fixed. And
Next week, it looks like there won't be a medevac, but it looks like they have to call doctors at Edge.
I really hope
Yeah.
there's no medevac.
I don't want
Especially for Ethan.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be tragic.
That'd be horrible. And then after that, they just kind of show no trap stops and nothing crazy besides targeting my boy Adam on my team, one of my goats.
And then they showed a little bit more at Red Tribe for next week, but
Okay, so let's get to
Oh,
the
you already
week
did,
3 standings right now, which I'm not too happy because Capitan
all right.
Ethan was my captain.
Ethan was Nick's captain, so Nick loses 10 points for Ethan being voted out. There were also 2 instances of people saying winners at war, one for Adam, one for Sarah, so Kevin and Zach both lost a point, which leaves us with Jake having Tony, Rob, and Parvati still left in the game, Zach having Adam, Ben, Tyson, and Michelle all still alive, Kevin with the full squad of Kim, Wendell, Sophie, Sarah, and Nick, and then Nick
All on that team.
Lost his full squad.
Nick lost Ethan to lose 10 points, but still has Yule, Jeremy, Denise, and Sandra. So Nick gets 2 points after the 10-point deduction.
Sure.
to put him at 47. That's good for second place. Zach's bringing up the rear. He got 11 points today, but still at 36. Jake got 9 points today, so he's up to 43. And then Kevin's in first at 60 points with 14 this week.
Why if Ethan didn't go home? Let's say Rob went home. If they went Parvati home, I would have been tied with Kevin.
Yep.
If things don't change soon, Kevin's gonna run away with this.
Hey, they said that last time, and then guess who came back from Edge of Extinction and won me the game?
You got second place still.
I was in last place, so I basically won the game in my head.
I went from second to third. Jake took last.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching.
Right.
We'll catch you next week.
See you guys. Bye.